welcome to a special edition of the Jameson Talk Show. We are here today with two very special filmmakers who are making a movie about a large, yellow bird with orange legs who has been 6 years old for 40 years. So, what are your names, gentlemen?
My name is Dave LaMattina, and I'm one of the directors and producers of I Am Big Bird.
Okay.
And I'm Chad Walker, and also director and producer.
Oh, fantastic. And this is a movie about Caroll Spinney, who has, for the last 40 some odd years? 40...
Yeah, it's about 43 since 1969.
Right. Since 1969, Caroll Spinney has been playing Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch on Sesame Street.
As soon as Dave told me that it was the same guy, I was absolutely blown away and floored. You know, he was one of the original three with Frank Oz and Jim Henson. You know, it was just those three.
Yeah, because Jerry Nelson was off doing something else, and then, he came up 2 years later.
Yeah, he came on second season. He came on.
Yeah. So, how has been Sesame Workshop about letting you have access and all that stuff?
They've been fantastic. You know, right from the beginning, you know, right from our first meeting with Caroll, they've been totally open. They've been absolutely amazing.
So, let's see. What can I ask next? Oh, what has been your personally favorite part about this process? Like, for either one of you.
You know, there's so many things that have been really amazing. Obviously, Caroll and his wife Deb are just two of the nicest people you'll ever meet. You know, we've been to their family barbecues now. I mean, my wife and I are having our first baby in about a week.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you. That's the crib in the background here. Every time we speak to them, the first question they ask is like, "How's your wife doing?" And they still haven't met my wife, so it's just like they're really amazing. But I think as a filmmaker, my favorite part of the process and this whole thing has been that Caroll has opened up his personal archives to us that have, you know, hundreds and hundreds of hours of video and thousands of photos of things he's been shooting since the 50s. And it's amazing. I mean, it really is. I think I keep using the word revelation because it's amazing to see his stuff that he has. And it's been really cool to get behind the scenes with people like Jim and Frank and be seeing things that people have never seen before outside of the core Muppeteers.
Oh, yeah.
So that's been really special for us, and we're excited to share that with people as much as we can.
For me, when we got to go to Sesame, that was a total mind trip. You know, you see the building, the 1, 2, 3, and everything. And I was a little nervous that some of the magic was going to be lost once I saw, you know, the puppeteers, you know, working the puppets and things like that. But it really wasn't. As soon as Snuffy came walking out, forget about it. And they brought the sloppy jalopy was there on the day that we were there, and it was just absolutely unreal. It was amazing.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you that because, you know, Caroll probably, this wasn't his first job, I'm guessing.
Right, Caroll actually has a very long history, not just in television, but also in illustration. So when he first started out, he thought he wanted to become an animator. So he went to art school, doing puppets the whole time to sort of pay for things like gas money in classes.
Yeah.
He got so good that he got to the point where he went and interviewed for a job at Disney. Did really well. They offered him a job. At one point, actually, Walt Disney himself was in the room. Caroll was offered a job. He turned it down, came back and started in television, first on a show doing puppets called The Judy and Goggles Show. Then he got offered to join the Bozo the Clown show that was being filmed out of Boston. There are a number of Bozos, but this was one of the more popular ones that got syndicated through the country. So he started on Bozo the Clown, where he just did a ton of characters. And Chad, you probably remember some of the characters. I can't remember all of them.
Yeah, my favorite was Kooky Kangaroo. Well, I have two favorite. Kooky Kangaroo, because Kooky always had a glass jaw, so they invite kids from the audience to come and put boxing gloves on the kids, and the kids would actually fight Kooky Kangaroo, which is kind of crazy by today's standards. This lion character, who was the fastest draw in the West, and he would have a kid come up, and he'd write his name on a board, and he would use his drawing skills to turn that name into like a fish or an elephant or something. So he played a ton of really popular characters on Bozo.
I wanted to ask you about the making of this film. How are you doing it? Do you just have like a lot of money that you are spending on your own, or are you having people help you out, or what is going on?
Jameson, that is a great question. We have had a lot of interest from people that have a lot of money to make this movie, but we really want to make the movie that the fans deserve. So what we decided to do is take the film to Kickstarter, where we offer really cool rewards. So things like a DVD of the film, which is basically like a pre-order, or for on the high end, go out to dinner with Caroll Spinney. That costs about $10,000, which is a lot of money.
Wow.
Not a lot of people are
a lot of money, but it is pretty cool to do.
Yeah, it would be really cool. We have one backer that's done that, but then we have other stuff like Caroll's art or original posters from the film that Caroll is designing. But the thing about Kickstarter, where we're trying to raise $100,000, is if we don't hit our goal, if we raise $99,999, and we don't hit that 100,000 number, we don't get anything. No one gets charged any money, but we don't get anything, and so it would be a failure. So we're trying to raise $100,000 on Kickstarter, and our campaign ends on August 16th.
Well, that is right up close, isn't it?
It is very, very close. Kickstarter do 30 days, a 30-day campaign, so we took that suggestion, but it's totally terrifying to have it up there and see that clock ticking down.
The refresh button on my internet browser is definitely getting worn out.
I'm sure, yes. So if people want to help you, where's the camera? If people want to help you out there, what should they do? How can they help?
Well, you can go to Kickstarter and search I Am Big Bird, or you can go right to our website, IamBigBird.com, and on there's a big button. You can't miss it about how to support Kickstarter. You click that button, it takes you right there, and you can check out some of the great rewards we're offering, and you can make your pledge right there.
Oh, that's fantastic. So, yeah.
Also, if you want to follow us on Twitter, it's just @copper_pop. We're releasing tons of awesome archival photos and tons of archival videos, and actually videos from the movie too. Releasing a lot of this cool exclusive stuff because of the Kickstarter campaign.
That's right. So IamBigBird.com is your source for all of our information, Kickstarter and stuff. And another thing, Jameson, like you probably know, we answer emails. So if people have questions or if there's specific things from Caroll's time on Sesame you want to know, go on IamBigBird.com, shoot us an email, and we will get back to you.
Great, fantastic. So thank you so much for talking with us today, and we will see you next time on the Jameson Talk Show. Okay, great. That was fantastic.